Guys, please subscribe and help the channel get to 70k subscribers. Welcome to FANS Wethu TV. It's the AFCON qualifiers. South Sudan 2, Bafana 3. I'm joined by Undi Bo.
Nimadekwana sitibona batali bote ba FANS Wethu TV. We see that it's growing. Good work, it's manifesting as it goes. During my years of academics, we used to highlight the benefits that supporters go into stadium to get. And now we have just added an editions of FANS Wethu where supporters can be able to express themselves about the game, about the player, the environment as well. So it's one of the additional benefits that we've just added. And I think we need new editions books so that the new generation that are going to study, they will be able to learn that you go to stadium for entertainment, you go to stadium to meet the people of the same need, you go to stadium for the product itself, and also you also be able to go and make an interview. So big up to you, Stibo, and the crew. You're doing very well. And for you, you have energy for everyone. That's a risk.
Thank you. Ibone jwang Ndebo?
11 unbeaten run for Bafana. We are living in an era where a hope is always alive. Before you go to the match, you know that a positive result is going to come. Obviously, with our tough opponents, South Sudan have since they've a bit of sketchy results since they've been playing. They have almost 7 winningless run. So it's a team that is facing those critics or that a bit of challenge in terms of performances.
Yes.
But let's go to Bafana, whom they were beat under pressure due to the fact that DRC Congo is already on 4 points as well, and the following team is on 3 points. So it was just us and South Sudan with 1 and South Sudan with a 0. So it was a game which having a very good pressure for us as a nation. So let's look into the formation, the players that managed to play today. The formation, it was bit familiar formation. If you watch Orlando Pirates, you understand the formation. It's 4-2-3-1, where you have your right back, your left back, and the most important part about these 2 players that plays for Mamelodi Sundowns, both Umdao and Aubrey, the ability to be able to come and do the cleaning. In terms of when the team is attacking, we saw Mudao doing some clean tackle when it's just alone, which makes our team or our back 4 and other players not to rush back to go and defend. So it's one of those soldiers that you tend to trust. You tend to know that they'll be able to run, be able to contribute when you are going forward. Let me look into the new formation of 2 back 4, Dotley together with Siyabonga Ngezane. It's just a new formation that Hugo Bruce is trying to have more addition as he's going to play the World Cup qualifiers as well as now as AFCON qualifiers. So you tend to have that vast of sellers that you want to pick in order to go and pay. We saw last time you usually use Grant, you go and use Umjita that play for SuperSport as well. Then you rotate against with Mbala as well. Sibisi, it's a familiar formation that we see that it's usually coming in place. So we must expect or anticipate that fallback because it's a formation that we tend to change now and then. Obviously, the both 3, Aubrey, Mudao, as well as Odotley, they are local players. So that's one of the strengths for Bafana. Bafana relies more on the players that are playing in a domestic cup, in domestic league, which give us less pressure of selecting a player because of a name. You tend to select the player that are on peak, the players that are playing. So it just unfortunately on that back 4, there was a bit of creepy mistake that they made. The first goal, it was from the back four as well. And the last goal, the second goal, that South Sudan was bit pressing. And West part is just an aerial ball that is coming. You tend to have a better vision on how you're going to deal with such. However, they failed just to do that, which makes the score 2. DR Congo managed to score us as well. So that tells a lot about this new formation that we are trying to build. I'm just hoping that Dotley will be able to get minutes and Kaizer Chiefs and Ngezan continue to perform. On the double pivot where we saw Tebza Mokoena, Yaya Sithole, it's a combination that has been playing. It's from AFCON. It's just, however, there's an element of inconsistency in terms of Tebogo Mokoena. The results of Sundowns can show. Sithole as well, he come there and on and off, but the guys, they tend to understand each other. So if one of them can just pick that form, they will be deadly there at the midfield. And now we are seeing an addition of Talent Mbata, who is playing regularly at Orlando Pirates. So I think there's going to be a healthy competition there on the midfielder, which will also give Hugo Bruce an opportunity to play around them. One comes as a super sub, Mokoena is able to take long balls. Sithole is able to contribute into those short passes where Patrick Tito Maswanganye, Themba Zwane, Apolis can be able to play. I put it Patrick Maswanganye purposefully so. But let me go into the phalanx where you have your 3 number 10. Your Apolis, who is coming all right. He had a very great game today. He also scored a brace, able to cut within the space with the experience of Obrimudiba, which today I feel like Umchita had an outstanding game. Last game he also has an outstanding game. So it just tells you about the kind of player that he is. He's able, he doesn't go on the far flank and be able to run. He cut within and add number because you can be converted into the midfielder from a defender. So that's an addition for you. Looking on Lyle Foster, I felt Lyle, the kind of style that we are playing at Bafana, I feel like we are missing Sekhofatso Mabasa. However, that's a debate for another day because we tend to talk some of the thing and then we are being put into a club level. However, we are just stating what we are seeing. Tami mentioned the issue of saying that Foster is dangerous on an area, but I'm saying Mabasa is deadly on area.
Yes.
You can see the different, the ability to use the opportunity that we have. You don't have to miss. Look, today we have almost 21 shot on goals. How many goals did you score? Just 3. It tells a lot about the forward. It tells about a lot about your natural number 9 that you must come into the party. Be able to throw yourself back so that you give your wingers an opportunity to pass you. But you cannot just stand there when the opponent has already read the game, he has already read about how you're going to play, and just wait for a miracle to happen. It won't be able to happen. Themba, Shikabala, Mshishi. You can't love football and hate Mshishi. Those small passes that is able to interact. Although I saw that some element of not taking an opportunity, but if we had Mabasa, you could have just have that better combination of finishing up what Mshishi is dishing. You can't cook, dish, and eat at the same time. You need to serve and be able to give out. Let's look into the substitution that managed to come. What a game for them. Your likes of Mufukeng, your lack of Talent Mbata, as well as Elias Mukwana. He has improved based on the last performance that he was performing here at Orlando. He was able to make those runs, able to intercept, and able to play just behind number 9, which was Foster, and Reines come on the later on stage. He had an outstanding game name Elias Mukwana. Mufukeng, as they always says, they say that if you saw Mufukeng on a tavern, you just have to go and Baba Okatamu, Bamure, because we are guiding the boy, we are protecting the boy.
Yes.
It's a national asset. We love what he's doing. What can you say about Talent Matter? Two crucial goals on the last minutes of the game, goals that has managed to earn us a point, 4 points under the name of Talent Mbata. Even if you can say that, don't write under South Africa, just write them under Talent Mbata. Outstanding. So I can just say big up to assistant coach Helman Mkelele for pursuing Hugo Bruce to select Talent Matter. I know that in his right mentality, he was going to select him maybe in 2028 because he's a guy that is full of mistake, but we soldier on from that. But let's look on South Sudan. They were so pressing very well, very good in box. They were utilizing the opportunity. You don't need a lot of opportunity to score. You just take the few that is there and utilize them. There they are. There were two. The stadium was standing. And the benefits of having your legs of Talent, but your leg of Mufukeng, they are able to absorb those pressure because they play in full capacity, week in, week out. So that did tells a lot. And big up to the substitution. However, as for Patrick Tito Maswanganyi, unused substitution on the first game and this second game, I can say, my boy, you can see that the world is against you. You can see that the pressure is very high. Don't be entitled to that. Don't be entitled to first 11. Just chill there, collect your cap, and go back to Orlando. We know that you are capable of, or what are you capable of doing? Because if you can stand on top of the ball, so-called legends, so-called analysts, they will stand and talk as they wish.
How do you feel about that Jomo thing?
No, it's not. It's not about Jomo things only. It's just I feel like I'm in the right state of mind to answer, because it was going to not make sense for me to comment based on Junior Kanye a comment, for me to comment on Tabza comment, for me to comment on Lindo comment. But I feel like if Jomo said it, whom he align with this brand, there I can be able to answer such.
Yes.
So he is a phenomenal player. The history tells us, because I was not there on the 70s, I was not there on the 80s, and I'm unashamed of that because I'm not an ageist. I'm living in this era. I'm living in this era. So I'm saying Dr. Matilela did exceptional well for Orlando Pirates. I'm told that is just a street away from Orlando Stadium. So you can feel like even when he was born, Pirates was beating on his side because his father as well played for Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
However, this is what I'm coming. The comment that he made, that I'm not the one that retired number 10. However, when you say that once he turn his ball and go back and face his own goal post, that's where I change the television. When you compare the ants and the elephants, you see? It is your responsibility to learn how Tito plays. And I'm very much I'm very much pleased because Jose Rivero can be able to see what does Tito brings. He talks about 2-0 coming from Highlands Park and went on and scored for 2. Right?
Yes.
I will talk about Tito Maswanganyi, who managed to beat Amazulu in Nedbank when we were trailing 1-0. I will talk about Tito, whom we were trailing on a derby 1-0. And we went on and win 3-2. I will talk about Tito, who played the finals of Nedbank when we were trailing 1-0. And the score became 2-1. So sometimes, like a dog will never bark a car, a moving a car. So you see, so I feel like he lived on his era. He played for the badge.
Is he jealous?
I don't know, that's his own thinking and his people that is trying to please. But I'm trying to say that if he's positioning himself as the enemy at Orlando Pirates,
Yes.
then we'll treat him as such.
Yeah.
There's no way we are going to not to protect Tito. There's no way we're not going to protect Mael.
Yes.
There's no way we're not going to protect Saling.
Yes.
We are going to protect all of them. The life teaches that if you live too much on the past and dwell on the past, there will be no future for you going forward.
Yes.
He's a legend, but if he's raising such kind of comment, being triggered, I think he fall into the traps of media, because when there is the team is playing well, there is harmony on players and technical team. They tend to find the loophole off field, or off field.
Yes.
And that's where they cornered him and they find him there. They approach us on the street. They say, "What do you think about it?" When say, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I have no comment on that one. You can see that the boys, the results are talking for themselves. So they're trying to find all those loopholes of field success.
Yes.
So we handle them well. We say, "No, guys, you said our coach is a plumber. You said that Orlando Pirates took a risk decision to appoint Jose Rivero on the 25th of June, 2022.
That's what you say.
That's what we respond them. And we're not falling into the traps. So I'm saying that if you are a legend, as you are saying, then you force our hands to go and debate with you statistically.
Yeah.
So that we see what exactly are you talking about. Sipo China play a derby when he just lost his mother. Between a wedding and a funeral, which one is more powerful? I don't think I can be able to stand here with a smile when my closest mother pass away. I don't think so.
He's still stuck on the wedding.
No, you can stuck on the past. We are on the future. We are going to play final of M10 8 back-to-back, 5 in a row. So if I had to go and look into 80s, something that happened when I was not even born, where's my future then?
There's no future.
There's no future. You see? But Asigolapo, legend will respect you. But if you force your hands, at Orlando Pirates dressing room, there is only 3 messages. We do it for our family. We do it for the badge. We do it for the fans. There's no way where they say that we do it for our legends. Legends and supporters, in fact, they are the same. There's no criteria to say this person is a legend. There's no criteria of saying that this is the best support. All of us, we are just there to cheer the boy. We are there to live the brand. So if when you think like I'm bigger than the team, like what they did on the last minutes of signing of Lodge, you are lying to yourself. We were thinking that Terence Ukamanje was going to start a season with him. We went to Spain. Then Chiki, the boy, was on SuperSport. What did you do? The culture live on.
Yes.
They signed Umjita number 3. When we are about to say that Umjita now is on form, because we lose at Plukwan, we come and lose against Telis. When was there 90 minutes? And we didn't know that there was a problem. So we appreciate Mamelodi Sundowns for making that sign. They really help us. We didn't win NetBank back-to-back because Umjita was there.
Serious?
Yeah. We have legends. Like, for example, like, Jerry Scosan that will come and say, "This is my AFCON. Go and consult the stats." They will tell you that I score. You're not my gents that will say, "Go and consult the stats." It will tell you that I scored on CAF Champions League. You're not Happy Gel that will tell you that I have 400 plus cap at Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
You see? So I just find it more relevant when I'm responding to the legend himself than to like there's a noise pollution that we cannot entertain. You see? In fact, this analyzing career looks much better than his playing career. So he's more like me that never kicked it before.
Damn. Man of the match, my brother.
On man of the match, Obrimu Diba, jersey number 6. Left-footed, defending, attacking, offensive, is there on the box, ability to relax, put in the crosses. It just gave us two beautiful crosses on the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
And Talent Bato was just there of saying that, let me just open the door. Just like that. Primitiva. Austin Apolis, he has a very brilliant game. Similar to the last game, he was having a brilliant game. It just, the conversion as well, it was just a bit creepy. But this time, he got a brace on his international level. What can you say? Temba, Shikabala, Mshishi. So it's just a lot of players. But if I can just say,
Give it to one.
Aubry, Apolis, Mshishi. Okay, scoring a goal is not that simple. So let's give it to Apolis because he did exceptional work today. He lived the dream and he makes sure that he's able to rise above the standard. Playing on an artificial pitch on a 40 degrees Celsius. So that shows bravery in terms of your style of play and ability to die for this nation, beautiful nation that we love a lot as South Africa, because the white paper of sports and recreation, it talks about active and winning nations. And I think Bafana, whether there is Thomas and Obanwan that are going to doubt us, we are going there.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Steve.
I know.